the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised.
Millions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Thank you, John Larson. I receive your kind words on behalf of all of our courageous members of the House of Representatives who want the best for the American people. And what we can do that is best for them in the next 24 hours is to pass affordable, accessible health care for all Americans. The best for all Americans is to have 32 million more people to have health insurance in our country. The best for...
Piece of stinking filth.
Shh, you're sitting in Shali. This is AJ of the InfoWars. Listen to the Shaliak. This is Alex Jones of InfoWars. Listen to Shaliak on the Cold Reality News and Report.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Well, hello there!
This week on Cold Reality Radio. The third debate. Trump's up 2. He's down 3. He's up 4. He's down 5. Trump's Gettysburg's address. The video. We'll play a little bit of that. The rich vote Republican. Maybe not this election. Biden wants to kick Trump's ass. He just wants a piece of that. I'm gonna kick your ass, Trump. I'm Joe Biden. I'm tough. I'm tough and I got the bankers behind me because all I do is blow them. I'm Joe Biden. Banker blowjob guy. Billboard encourages illegals to get a sugar daddy. And then you can stay in America when Trump becomes the president. Otherwise, it's sayonara, bitches! UN plan for unlimited migration. Georgie the Soros, accused of violating election laws. That's not like him. He's such a nice young man. U.S. warns citizens of attack, kidnapping risk in Istanbul. Istanbul! Venezuela braces for turbulence after recall assault. Apparently this is just the beginning of the cyber attacks. These false flag cyber attacks, yeah. That's the ticket. We'll fuck with their internet. And they'll really get pissed and call for world government. Janet Jackson, as you've never seen her before. This time she'll have 2 breasts. At the stupid bowl. Number of killers hunting cops nationwide has risen. Graffiti jolts Detroit, showing kill all police. Cincinnati bracing for racially charged shooting trial. Pentagon orders soldier to repay enlistment bonuses decade after going to war. This is the newsroom. The newsroom. All signs point to a corporate takeover of the marijuana industry by Bayer and Monsanto. They're going to jack your dope. That's the goal. Nah, there's nothing wrong with the weed, man. It's all good. It's legal. They love us. They want us to be free. They wouldn't do that to us. They wouldn't jack our dope, would they? Internet destroying outages were caused by amateurish IoT malware. No doubt. Created on Putin's Mac computer, right? That's what the next thing will be out of Hillary's pie hole. In an oligarchy, voting is a tool to manufacture the illusion of consent. That defines America. AT&T announces purchase of Time Warner for nearly $86 billion. Little-known company that enables worldwide mass surveillance, the Medusa system. Mainstream news on the rocks, the rise of alternative news media, also controlled by the same people, most likely, with Alex Jones. Fear may be behind fewer political signs and stickers this election year. The chilling effect. It's so cold. It's so cold. It's a cold reality. U.S. warship challenges China's claims in the South China Sea. Let's escalate World War III that has already started. but not in the minds of the American people. Everything's fine. Government's going to take care of it all. Police drones zapping suspects with stun guns. The public is going to initially be alarmed by this, but then they'll go back to the Vampire Chronicles. And unfortunately, The Walking Dead. The brain chip that could turn you into a superhuman. 80 million pound project will trial memory boosting implants. Joe Biden, he says, trust the banker and the corporatists. Google has quietly dropped ban on personally identifiable web tracking. So evidently that's back. Pinpoint accuracy. Radar data proves Belgian F-16S attacked village near Aleppo, killing 6. From Russian media. Globalism, the monster in the presidential campaign. Assad says the boy in the ambulance that Hillary made reference to is a fake. And this article here shows you why. Obama's secret email accommodating the financial elite. Of course, that's who he's in there. He's an agent of Wall Street Capital, right? Isn't that what Webster, Griffin, Tarpley said? He's an agent. Obama, he's an agent of Wall Street Capital. He's in bed with them. He's their whore. He's a whore. Obama is a whore. He's an agent of Wall Street Capital. And that's why he's the president of the United States Corporation. Funny how you never hear Webster Griffin Tarpley speak in those terms. He's all for so much that is fair, and he has a lot of really good information, but he's another one that's been brainwashed into the lies of this system. Hacking democracy with the mainstream media lambasting Trump for daring to suggest that the election process is rigged. Despite hard evidence, this is the hack that proved America's election can be stolen using a few lines of computer code. Hacking Democracy documentary. You can see that pretty much anywhere on the internet. Diebold. And of course, Obama, before he was elected president of the United States Corporation, and thus the global Crown Corporation, said, I think this is rigged. I think the elections are rigged. Racism. Germans are leaving Germany in droves. A growing number of Germans are abandoning neighborhoods in which they had lived all their lives, and others are leaving Germany for good. Mass immigration transforms parts of the country beyond recognition. Data from the German statistics agency, Stasis, shows that 138,000 Germans left Germany in 2015. More are expected to emigrate in 2016. In a story on Brain Drain titled "German Talent is Leaving the Country in Droves," Die Welt reported that more than 1.5 million Germans, many of them highly educated, left Germany during the past decade. And you know what? Who cares about the Germans? Because let's just link them all to Hitler, and we can just pretty much collectivize them into a group of mass murderers, right? Right? Isn't that how it goes? Isn't that how the brainwashing goes? They deserve to be displaced by crazy migrant people that ultimately NATO and Obama and Israel and all these other just absolute insects that are eating the world's substance out are responsible for. Zionists. Was Google Home designed to spy inside our homes? Most likely. U.S. foreign policy elite eagerly await an expansion of overseas wars under Hillary Clinton. That's right. She's going to keep us safe here at home by starting wars abroad so we don't have to fight them here. On the homeland. Huma on Hillary's $12 million Morocco fiasco. She created this mess and she knows it. That's Huma Aberdeen. ex-wife of degenerate scumbag Anthony Weiner, congressman, I believe, right? An all-around piece of garbage, and that's pretty much the dregs of the United States corporation political process. Anthony Weiner, probably another marriage of political expedience, while she and her lover Hillary moved towards the White House. The White House. They're going to the White House. It's only a matter of time till they're in the house. Study: mobile devices are causing stress and anxiety at home. Oh, Billy's using all the bandwidth, and there's nothing left for me. Dad's stealing all the bandwidth because he can't stop working. Shut up, Billy. Shut your fucking mouth, Billy. Monsanto Bayer, two destructive corporate conglomerates become one. Welcome to Cold Reality Radio here on the UCY.TV broadcasting network. It is October 23rd. It is 10:57 a.m. on the east coast of Nightmerica. And I'm going to be here for the next hour, boring the fucking hell out of you. I guess it depends on how you look at it. I guess it depends on your point of view, huh? Depends on what's important to you. Is it football? Is it church? Are you in church? Are you in one of your corporate churches this morning, eating the body of Christ, drinking the blood of our Savior? It's amazing how you can get millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and even billions of people to buy into something that is essentially a corporation, corporate religion. No one should be for that. No one should attach themselves to such an abomination as the Vatican and their corporate friggin' concentration camps. Have trust in the Lord, and you shall be saved. Have trust in the Lord, and you shall be saved as well, Mr. So-and-so. Understand these things, and you will go to heaven. Even though, as Clint has mentioned any number of times, that the afterlife was not even mentioned in the Bible. There's no after. They didn't speak about afterlife in the Bible, but it's like when you die, you go to heaven, right? So they mix that in there, so you got something to look forward to. And then, of course, there was this Louis C.K. clip where this guy goes to heaven, and he's talking to God, and he says, "Is this heaven?" He said, "No, I've been here since 1978 or something." And he goes, "What is this place? This is just where I am." And he said, "They told me that heaven was up here, was here, and I would go to heaven." He said, "Did you expect me to make the universe and then a whole other awesome place?" Who's telling people this? Who's telling people this? But yes, it's indoctrinated into you from a very young age that heaven, and when people die, they go to heaven and they're with God and the corporate God, the one that has, that wears, just a robe with all the corporate logos, all the corporation logos, all the flags of our nations. It's such an elaborate scam. It just, it could only happen over hundreds of years. And of course, like John F. Kennedy said, those, basically paraphrasing, those that get in the way of this monolithic and ruthless conspiracy, you'll be put down. If in fact that's right. If in fact, the whole Kennedy assassination happened the way it was, or like some people out there say that through ear biometrics, basically Jimmy Carter is John F. Kennedy, and then he became the president and all that other stuff. But when we know now the reason why these people have been chosen to do what they do is because they are related to the European blood. The European bloodlines, the people that have dominated throughout history, who have dominated what they consider the goyim, the cattle, for long periods of time, up even into today. We're just in a high tech version of the conspiracy to control money and every bit of importance. It's just like Game of Thrones, right? I mean, Greg has pointed that out any number of times. He might have said that in the last week when I had him on and Clint, that it really is just a Game of Thrones, and they show you what it is. They show you what they're doing to us. But of course, that can't be happening here because we're independent from those bloodlines. We're independent from the British and all these other nation ne'er-do-wells, right? No, it was never. It's just the story that you're told. It's just a story. Does the story have a happy ending? Yes, it does, Billy. It does. See, what happens is America becomes independent from empire, and then it becomes the beacon of freedom for everyone around the world. No, it's a pirate cove. It's always been a pirate cove. The Civil War never ended, and they've flim-flammed people to an incredible degree. They bastardized science that they teach in their universities. They make people believe that just because your father had cancer, that you're going to get it. Just because your mother had breast cancer, that you are going to have breast cancer. But what they don't tell you is that cancer is a road that most people can take given the right star alignment. Okay. But if you keep yourself healthy, stay out of their corporate friggin' swills, McDonald's, and try to stay away from their toxic, deadly medical system that they've absolutely made people believe that they are deities and they can do nothing wrong. If you hear scientist or doctor or general or any of these flattering titles, people immediately just start to masturbate to all of these flattering titles. And of course, as many times as Clint has pointed out, the Bible says, do not respect flattering titles. Do not respect people that have flattering titles, because that, and one of many things, is the road to ruin. It is truly the road to ruin. Because, and I think it will happen in any society. I think we all have this. Is it propensity? Is that what they call it? Is that a word? Propensity to be evil. And or think that you're good, but yet participate in something that is truly evil, like our monetary system, and of course the Social Security system that they sold. It's going to be a safety net for everyone. I'm Roosevelt. I'm going to create a new deal. Hi, I'm your president. Hi. Yet all throughout the years, it's just been a psychological operation, societal engineering to bring people into their system that they created. And that's why it's the people sit there and they fight, we're going to take our country back. You can't take your country back. It's not yours. It is not yours. So once you get to the point, like many have, and I mean, and Clint sent me a podcast yesterday of a number of people, two women, and I think it was like 2 women, 2 men, talking about the same things that Clint talks about. I mean, he heard it. He said, "Listen, you got to hear this. These people get it. They understand." And I said, "Well, dude, you got to reach out to them, dude. You got to reach out to people that understand this. You know, the council." And understand this. It's almost it's a surety. Clint uses that word a lot. Surety. That I'll give you a scenario. Clint connects with these people. It's just like a movie scenario where we start moving in the right direction. We start thinking in terms. We shut down the bankers. We shut down their destruction of everything. Their destruction of the economy, their economy, destruction of nature, destruction of our environment, and then blame us for it, right? We shut down that, and we get together people that understand that nature is God, and by destroying nature, we're destroying God, or God, we're destroying nature. They're the same thing. Bless you. And so we get together, and next thing you know, we create this new council of people that understand truly what the Bible is saying, truly what the Bible was trying to tell us, which, of course, the Catholic Church has bastardized along with, their chosen. And so we get out there, and boom, there's Clint and all these other people, and we do this. There's always, what would happen was there would be demons that would be, the mole that would get in there, and they would try to destroy things. See, and that's what has happened over the years, is that people that were trying to do good things were ultimately corralled, and whatever beneficial thing that they were trying to do for humanity, they were the minions of this religious economic system would get in there and say, hey, you're not going to free these people. We're here to enslave you. We're better than you. We're here to enslave you. We're going to take everything that you have. And at one point, they just took everything you had right up front. Just kind of like the Walking Dead world, where and I, unfortunately, I'm diseased to a certain extent, like so many others out there, where the group that is trying to survive this zombie apocalypse, most likely caused by the nefarious, groups and families creating a zombie virus, which is entirely possible. I mean, entirely possible. If you look into Patrick Jordan's research, and you look into a lot of what Clint and Patrick have discussed, I mean, dementia diseases are, it's all one disease. Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all that stuff. It's all one disease, but they have to give things multiple names so that you don't catch on that they figured out a way to destroy your fucking brain and watch you fucking like the guy, the physicist guy who sits in the wheelchair and goes ha ha. He's in the commercials now. I forget what his name is. So almost assuredly that whatever would try to be done to help, there would always be that group of people or that element of society that they feel like they have the right to rule. They feel like that they can dominate and control, and that's what they've done. But only, as I said, in that world. Let me circle back. In that world now, there are groups of people. There's Rick and his folk, okay? Which, you get kind of get caught up in because, they're a good group of folk, farm girls and Asian dudes and sheriffs' sons and daughters. And let's see what we got. I'm going to head over to the UCY chat room, see what's going on over there. Don't see what's going on over there. So you've got that Walking Dead world, which is essentially what we have today. You see people walking around like zombies, staring into their phones, walking across the street, not really paying attention. You're driving down the street, they just don't even look in their mirror so much. They just open their car door and say, "Fuck you, me first." Now, that's what I call the me first society. And I could call it the MF society, but a lot of people would think it'd be the mother father society. But you've got that world now in this fiction where now the group that was, you could say, dominant group, which they went from just hunting and gathering to realizing that there wasn't very many resources left. So they start going after this. They meet this group of people that tells them that there's this other group of people that have been fucking with them and stealing their shit for a long time. And it's this guy Negan, which apparently out in Los Angeles now, it says Negan just wants 50% of your shit. Hillary is going to take 100. So I thought that was pretty funny. And it's ridiculous. The show is ridiculous, but there are lessons from this show. There are lessons that you can take. There are things that are more important than what we've been told. When all goes to shit and the dead rise to eat you and your families, who's more dangerous to you? The ones that want to eat you and move really slow and are decaying, hopping on one leg even to get you, or other people? And the answer is other people. They've run into the governor, who had a community, but that wasn't enough for the governor, because he had that, I don't know, who knows, maybe the UN installed him into Woodbury. I don't know, but you got your governor, who at first seemed like a good guy, but then he turned out to be, of course he loved his zombie daughter. He kept her chained up until Michonne went in and stuck the friggin' sword right through her eyeball and out the back of her deteriorative head. And then, of course, she got the governor. Then, of course, the governor killed the father of the farm girls. And then the one farm girl faced it, got a bullet right through the head. So, yeah, I have been following this show, as you can tell. Not very many programs, but, The Walking Dead, because, as I said, I think that there are some lessons that can be learned from this programming. And, of course, now you've got Negan, and they're all lined up, and Negan's going to friggin' bash one of their fucking brains in. Right? Anybody out there out in the chat room that participates? Anybody out there that walks with the dead? I know we do it on a daily basis, but are there any others out there that are participating in the phenomenon, the #1 television show in the world, The Walking Dead? And you see them every day, or they might not recognize them, but they are the ones with the dementia and the ones that will deteriorate and just at one point just fall down, die, and then they'll just be like, well, just passed away from some kind of brain parasite, some kind of brain thing, some kind of thing. Well, it's prions, it's a prion disease, but let's not go any further. Let's not discuss this any further. It's just something that we've got to deal with. Let's create Let's create organizations, NGOs. Let's make an incredible amount of money on drugs and never get down to it that it's coming from infectious proteins that are being shot into the body. They're all around your prions, but, misfolded proteins and things like that. But they figured out a way to use that, to use your own body's defense mechanisms, the prion, when it's working right, from my understanding, it's going to do wonders for you. It's going to, you might not ever get sick with anything if your prions are working the right way. But if your body starts to not understand how to do that or forget how to do that, or then of course you're going to eventually face it, get one of these diseases, cancer, dementia, or whatever. But they've done a masterful job in masking their attack on humanity. And then, of course, getting money, making money, marketing, health, care, and all these other things. So it's a beautiful little system that on the top layer underneath it, it's hell on earth. So you got Negan's going to bash one of these people's heads in, and then he's like, and he even said in that last episode, this is a new world order. So they drop it in on you. They drop it in, and maybe these writers they don't, maybe they've heard about the new world order. I heard a coworker say new world order. Okay, everybody, or at least a good portion of people have heard this new world order thing, and then they just think, oh, it's this or it's that. No, it's the old world order, just transforming society into what they want it to be next, because if they don't, we're going to rip them apart limb from limb. See, that's the deal. If they don't do this, people will find out. If they don't kill us slowly, we will find out eventually. Even the dumbest piece of shit out there will realize that we've been fucked in so many ways, financially, medically, spiritually, every aspect. And we will rip their limbs off of their fucking bodies. Much like The Walking Dead, kill scenes. These people, the Hillarys, the Clintons, the Obamas, the Bushes, they should all be put to death. Because they are murderers. We would go to jail for less. We would go to jail for less than what they've done. They should go into a jail cell that has another jail cell in it, and then inside that second jail cell is a third jail cell, and then they go into that so far into this labyrinth of prison, and then eventually have to eat each other like they've done to us. So I don't think that whatever punishment these people eventually get or never get, it just won't even be fitting enough. Barack Obama is a murdering piece of shit who is an agent of Wall Street Capital. Wall Street is the killer. And then that goes all the way up to Rome, and then of course their banker minions and those maggots that fucking run the system, like Goldman Sachs and all these other people that should have died in their fucking cribs. So, but yet they live and we sleep, and they walk amongst us, and they create their world that they allow us to live in. I mean, that's truly the reality of it. I mean, is that not the reality? That this is their world. We're not taking this back. We're not going to take this back. There is no getting our country back. It's not ours. It is not our country. It is their creation. What they do with their creation is their business. Unfortunately, their business is robbing from us, stealing from us, murdering us, and getting away with it. It's truly that simple. So when you think, I should vote for somebody, you're only legitimizing an illegitimate system that really was not created for you. You are just you are livestock. You are a livestock. Clint has pointed this out. You are what they extract from. They look at you no different than they look at a cow. So that's the cold reality, folks. That's the cold reality, folks. And you can sit there and say, there's no way that that's happening. You've lost your mind, blah, blah, blah. No. This is how things are. It happens no other way. We've heard Clint and Patrick say any number of times, 80 to 90% of life forms are parasitic. This is no different. This is no different. They are parasitically living off of us and using us to protect their creation. And when they decide that this creation needs to take on another form, then they do that. And that's what you're seeing now. So anyone that's listening out there, anyone that's benefiting monetarily, that thinks they have a job in security or securing the United States corporation or the country, if you still think it's a country, you are participating just like if you hate Barack Obama or you hated George Bush or you hated Bill Clinton or any one of these presidents or any politician, you are the same person. You are the agent. Anyone in the system is a potential agent. It's just like the Matrix. The guy or the regular citizen walking down the street, whenever, just morphs into Agent Smith or now Agent Smith. And you are Mr. and Mrs. Anderson. It is a matrix. You are a battery for which they power a part of their system. But here's the beautiful thing, and of course it's never going to happen. Greg from New Jersey said this any number of times, or Rabbi Greg said, all you have to do is stop participating in the system. Stop paying your bills. Stop paying your car. Stop paying your house. Stop paying. Turn your electricity off. Put your cell phones down. And stop participating in their system. You'll see how fast the enemy will uncloak. Because just like voting, your vote and your participation in their economic system legitimizes an illegitimate system that was created only for them. And their maggot scum family members like Hillary, and unfortunately, yes, Donald, and Billy Boy Bush, who told, so many people when he was the Arkansas, governor, I'm going to be the president one day. Yeah, it's because you're fucking Rockefeller and you're part of the bloodline. Just like Dick Cheney and Barack Obama are related. And that means that if Dick Cheney and that's okay. You gotta hit that a couple times. I love those chimes. I love those fucking chimes. I love the sound they make. Oh, very interesting. I'm sitting there and I'm watching the debate the other night, and Jules created the UCY chat specifically for that. She did a bingo thing. I couldn't wrap my head around how to play, so I just sat in there. Hillary reminds me of the Dracula movie with Bloodline, Keanu Reeves of The Matrix, and then the lovely, what was her name? Somebody help me. Anyway, the little pixie little girl that was in Heathers and all these other movies. And then, of course, who the fuck was I forget. The guy who played Dracula in that, where he was like the old Dracula with the hair pulled back. I said, that's Hillary. Hillary is Dracula from that movie. Hillary is... Maddie says the chimes sound great, so don't stop chiming. So Hillary is the Dracula in that movie, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed watching that Dracula movie with Winona Ryder and I want to say Gary Sinise, but it's Gary something. Help me out, buddy. Gary Oldman, right? His portrayal of the old Dracula, that is Hillary, and that scene where he's given dude a shave and then he cuts it and there's blood on there and he does the blood. That's Hillary. Hillary is old Dracula Gary Oldman. That's who that bitch is. And of course, Donald Trump's the crooked Van Helsing saying, "I am going to get you, Dracula." But he's really not going to get Dracula. He's just saying he's going to get Dracula. Dracul. The blood-drinking bastards. How did the music sound in the beginning? Was that clear? Because whenever I listened to the recording back on like last week, there was just a lot of interference and stuff on the music tracks. On the guitar, Karachi. But that's it. You know, this is not your system. You vote. Like Clint said in his Nota video, I hope you all saw Clint's creature creation known as Nota, none of the above, where he mentions that there's a difference between a voter and an elector. You silly. So you voting legitimizes an illegitimate system. It's a fake legitimizing of an already illegitimate system. Thanks, Maddie. So we're not taking this back. It doesn't belong to us. But you'll get your patriots and people out there like Alex Jones, who's a member of the bloodline, who's trying to protect his, aspect of this. And putting out 80% of really solid information, but never really pointing out, and it can be totally proven, that Hillary and Trump are related, 11th cousins. But if he pointed that out, then he would have to expose himself as part of these bloodline families, or even Fritz Springmeier, which I've met several times, would say. And I don't know, did I know this? I guess I kind of knew, and I spoke to him about it. But again, who are these people? Who are these people in this system? Who do they think they are? I don't know, but you would think that Fritz would have said, "Yeah, Alex Jones is bloodlines of the Illuminati." I mean, these people are bloodlines of the Illuminati. Jones is that. Hillary is that. Trump is that. They are all bloodlines of the Illuminati families, of the 12, 13, whoever the fuck they are. And again, it happens no other way. It really does happen no other fucking way. This is how we have, life on this planet has lived for so long now, under their rule. It's that simple. I mean, doesn't it just make sense? It didn't really truly make sense to me until, and I really truly believe that nothing is a coincidence. And I've said this before, me connecting with Greg, connecting with Oracle, connecting with Jules, connecting with Clint. There's something out there wants us all to find what it is. Just like Morpheus said, do you want to know what it is? Do you want to know what it is? That's what it is. And it's not that hard to figure out. You just need a little bit of help from your friends. With a little help from my friend. How's it go? I have to admit it's getting better, a little better, with all my friends. I think that's a morph. Getting so much better all the time. I've been getting into the Chili Peppers lately. I've always liked them. One of the CDs that just really, really caught me, and I went out and I bought it, Californication. And I listened to it, and I was just like, wow, there is not a bad song on this release. And listening to songs like Zephyr, you ever heard that? Fly away on my Zephyr, I need you more than ever. But just listen to those guys. The way they put songs together, their lyrics are just absolutely fantastic. Almost every single one of their songs has, they really pull you in with their ability to just roll those lyrics out. And some of them don't even make any sense, right? Like, what's that one where he sings this one and goes, and then he sings, lyrics that you can understand. Then he goes, and it was just gibberish. But it was just so good. Like, what does he say? Oh, it's just gibberish. He's making noises with his mouth, like Ron Burgundy. But yeah, I've been getting into the Chili Peppers lately. And there's just it's right in Shaw's wheelhouse. That Anthony, whatever his name is. They're very good. They're very good. You should listen. They're very, very good. Yes, yes. We know. We run the music industry. They're very, very good. Yes. The Chili Peppers, very, very good. Yes. And chances are they're probably related to someone to have gotten as big as they are. Look at U2. We'll point that out. Look at U2. Bono has been involved with the UN for years, pushing their agenda, whether he knows it or not, whatever that agenda is. We know what it is, but does he know what it is? And U2 is just one of the biggest fucking bands ever, dude. If they tour, they're selling out every fucking show. U2. And they got some great songs. I'm not, I look at Bono and I think, you're really pissing me off, you fuck. Right? You're pissing me off. And then there's that song. What's that song about the waves? Every breaking wave on the shore tells the next one there'll be one more. Every gambler knows that to lose is what you're really there for. That's a beautiful fucking song. If I could write just one song like that, I'd shit myself and drop fucking dead. How's it go? I think that was the key. Is that the key? I'm pretty good with that. If you go your way, God, I've been fucking it up. But yeah, beautiful song. U2, the band, I remember in the 80s listening to, as anybody remember, New Year's Day. All is quiet on New Year's Day. Blum, 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 blum. Obviously, they're writing about some kind of revolution or some kind of war or something. Because, they're from Ireland, They're from Ireland, And then when you write about, hey, you're... whose character is that? Christopher Walken's character? Christopher Walken had a character where he wore that multicolored wig. I'll look it up.
You were trying to be the John 3:16 guy.
The who?
The guy that shows up at sporting events and has John 3:16 on his
John
Christian clown.
I was trying to be Christian.
Oh my God.
I forget.
Wow.
I must have prion disease.
Are you high?
Not so much. Have you licked a frog today? I have not. Does it have to be real? Because I think I've seen a little ceramic frog around here somewhere. I would lick that frog. I would do it. I'll do it for you, Maddie. I will lick the frog for you. Yes, and I believe. Yeah, can you freshen that up? Not so much on but more the trivia. It's you can't even reach up there; it's too high. This is where I put the guns. Yeah, Bono is a UN bandwagon person. He's a he's in Yoo-hoo bandwagon personhood, right? And it's better to be no thing. And that was the one thing that was very powerful to me that I'll never forget. Obviously, I'll never forget a lot of the stuff that Clint, and hopefully he'll teach me more things. It's better to be no thing than something. Because they make you something, and then they extract you from it. Hey, are you that thing? Yeah, okay. Then it begins. Oh, you want to drive? Here's a license. Welcome to the citizenship, my friend. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta solidify the coffee. That's what we're really here for. Da 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 da. You ready to be swept off your feet and stop chasing every breaking wave? That's the one, right? Stop chasing every breaking wave. Just and I think that was free, Maddie, wasn't it? That was a free download. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, you two, for giving us that free release. You've got so much money, since you're in bed with the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation and all these HIV AIDS. It's amazing how many markets that they can create after the creation of the disease, and then to market and help those that you've killed and are killing. So it's very nice. They're just very nice people. Just very, very nice people. So nice to have that information in my head. But knowledge is power, and of course, what you do with it is supposed to be, what you do with it only makes it powerful. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But it's really you have to marvel at it. You really do. And I think another one of the fascinating, connections that that have been made between movie and reality is, when Clint said, when he mentioned the architect, the scene with the architect where he starts to talk about the different matrices that have been created. And the first one was this, and then it was destroyed because of this, and then it just goes through. And that's exactly what we're dealing with here. That's exactly what we're dealing with here. However, I do not believe that any of them were ever beneficial. Now that they can just, what did Brzezinski say? That it's easier to kill 1 million people than to propagandize them. Hey, you want to propagandize 1 million people today? No, let's just kill them. Okay. Thanks for the order. Thanks for the order. So nice. So nice. Donkey Chain. We were watching Ferris Bueller yesterday. Delightful program. Delightful young man, that Ferris Bueller.
He's a righteous dude.
He is a righteous dude. And Charlie Sheen, he at the end, another nice young man, he was able to bond the sister that hated him so much just by doing some kind of psychological fucking profile of her, and the next thing you know, she's kissing the dirty rat.
I think it had more to do with him than her tonsils.
Being a Charlie Sheenite, most likely another bloodline person, because isn't Sheen and the guy from Mary Tyler Moore, Ed Asner, aren't they? No, they're 9/11 truthers. They're September Morn. Is that out there, guys? Chat rumors and rumors of chats. Ed Asner, Martin Sheen, weren't they involved in some kind of September Morn where they're exposing, everything but, who actually did it? No, I mean, winkety winks, WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks. So many WikiLeaks, but only one spoken about. Isn't that fun? So many WikiLeaks, and only one brought up in the domain. And what was Krugman, the douchebag economist? What was his big problem with the whole thing? Was that no one ever spoke about climate change. He's probably got a lot of money to make off of the fake fucking climate change. I forget even what Vince, remind me. I forget even what you're saying yes to. I'm just a blithering idiot here. Hopefully you guys are entertained out there, because true story. I just heard. So it is a beautiful day, and it is. Yesterday it was in the 50s and it was windy. You know what? Bless you. When the wind is blowing like that, it really, to me, there are a lot of special things about a windy day. You can really see like the power, or I mean, where are we really? What are we on? What is this? Earth? Is it a planet? Drop the T, maybe. You got the wind, and then they can't really spray chemicals and kill people. Oh right, yes, that's right. I know Ed Asner. But I want to say Martin Sheen was involved in it. I know Charlie Sheen wanted to talk about. He wanted to, that open letter to Barack Obama, that fucking absolute lunacy. Dear Mr. President, this is Charlie Sheen, and I want to say that we need to reopen the 9/11 thing because, it's so important to get the truth out there. Hold on a second. My agent's on the phone. What's that? 2.5 who? I'll see you guys later. I got a television show. Which was probably happening before 2008. So my time-space continuum is like... Oh, and Sheen too. Right, yeah, exactly. I knew there was a connection there. I knew there was a conniption there. So, right, the wind, and now today it's going to be like 63. Everybody in the beautiful, tri-state areas going to head over to the football stadium to watch the Vikings demolish the Philadelphia Eagles today. I think about this all the time, about how people see America and how they can't really understand, or they won't let themselves understand how they've been deceived by America. Let's just change America's name to some supermodel dude. All right, some guy who's like a complete asshole, but yet he figures out a way for all these women to have an interest in him. And he's double time and triple time and quadruple time and all of these women, and that's society. And then when someone walks up to them and says, "Hey, listen, this guy, Merca, Johnny Merca, okay, he's not your one and only here, okay? He's with this one and that one and that one and the other one." And they can't believe it. They're like, no, you can't be saying that. You can't be saying. So basically what this is a love affair that society has with a no good, rotten, dirty fucking stay out, triple, quadruple time and trollop. That's what America is. America is that young girl who can't believe that her boyfriend doesn't love her and that he's cheating on her. That's what society is. I think that's pretty good analysis of that. She just can't believe what everybody's saying. They're saying, "Janie, you've got to get away from him. He's not who you think he is." No, you go. He said he loves me. That's America. That's society right there. And the same way around. The gullible dude who thinks that this very attractive woman is all about him when she's totally not. And he's like, no, she totally said she'd be my girl. I bought her shoes. She said, "I'll never leave you." I swear to God, she's like, "I love you, Johnny. I love you. I'll never leave you. I'll never betray your trust. I'm the perfect girl." And that's what it is. It's just people not believing that they're being deceived by their lover, America.
Betrayal hurts.
It's betrayal. You've been betrayed. Yeah, so. Ready to be a frog again. You're not a frog, and now you want to be a frog again. Hey, listen. Looks like there's like 16 people in the chat room. I don't know how many of you guys are NSA, but and that's right. America's going steady with Israel. No, man, they wouldn't do that. No, we've been going steady for a long time. But I don't know where this whole frog licking thing came in. Do you have a ceramic frog around here?
Yes, I will have a glass frog.
You have a glass frog.
Did you want to lick it?
That's what I'm hearing. That is that some. I'm wondering if it's some kind of therapeutic
Frog
benefit. Yeah.
There's frogs that are poisonous.
Oh, they want me to lick a poisonous frog? Is that what they're? Oh god.
Like a
They've turned against me. Oh, you might get like a psychedelic trip.
Yeah.
Nice.
Before you die.
See you, Cheryl. So, what's everybody getting into today? What's everybody getting into today, me? Let me see what we got here. I still got something. Still got something left here. Tripping on frogs, tripping on frogs. I licked a frog, now I'm tripping. 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 Froggy, froggy, I'm tripping. Froggy, froggy, you are a trip. I'm gonna take another lick. Froggy, 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 do. I'm gonna lick you with my shoe. Froggy, froggy, I lick you. Frog lick, USA. I'm gonna lick a frog almost every day. I'll be tripping from the frog. I'm gonna drop a big old log in the toilet, in the toilet, toilet. Froggy, froggy, I love you. You make me want to buy a pair of shoes. I said, froggy, froggy, I love you. Froggy gonna go down to the store. He's gonna make me lick it more. Froggy, froggy, store. Froggy boy, you are my boy. I'm gonna get a glass froggy toy. I'm gonna wash it before I lick it. I'm not into germs or Lysol spigots. Froggy, froggy, I love you. Froggy, froggy, I love you. You know what? That song was complete nonsense, but it was fun while it was going on.
Only for you.
Somebody said that's funny. So, there. Always love this lick. I miss all my tones. Something happened and all my tones are gone. The Froggy got soul. That's right. That's right. Froggy's got new shoes. So we're getting down to the end of this incredible podcast today. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. NSA, all you other global security services out there that think that you're protecting the world and taking care of people. Think again. Think again. Think about what you're doing. Thanks, everybody.
Soon as they start to rabble, they are nothing but fishes in the barrel. It doesn't have to be Christmas for a carol. Some decorate with ornamental decorum. Some perform shock and awe on Hanukkah and Purim. That's where my job come in. I am a blessing to the mercenary for the corporation selling weapons to them. Any potential competitor step into them. I'm authorized to knock them out and stick a GPS into them. They want to sell uranium to Iran that's enriched. That's a bitch. Now they gotta